You mentioned Grayson, and he's, I think he's at the top in terms of three-point shooting. He's one of the best three-point shooters
It's
in the league right now.
I think he's second yesterday. I mean, it's he and Beasley from Milwaukee.
So, I mean, he's playing, he's having the best year of his career so far shooting-wise, and he is –
Best year, period.
He has been the one constant game after game after game for the Suns that has bled through all the way through. And I've just been super impressed by Grayson Allen. At the beginning of the season, I was all in on Grayson, and people kind of laughed and people scoffed and people judged Grayson Allen because they were like, oh, he's a bad guy and he's a dirty player. And I told everybody, you're going to change your tune when he's part of your team. And sure enough, how many Grayson stands do we have now? Almost everybody's a Grayson stan because Grayson Allen has been a delight to watch this season. However, with great performance comes more, I don't know what you want to say. When it comes to trade stuff, people are going to be a little salty if you even mention the fact that Grayson Allen might be a trade target for other teams. And the Suns, knowing that his contract ends and the fact that if they did try to extend him, it would cost him even more money because of the tax. It's a predicament the Suns probably enjoy to be in because that means Grayson Allen's providing tremendous value right now. But at the same time, you don't want to lose Grayson Allen. Like, it is too hard to replace somebody at like a Grayson Allen right now. You would have to get somebody that's damn near all-star level coming back in return to not only replace him, but be able to give you something else that maybe you don't have. And I just don't see that happening. I prefer them to hold on to him, but they're going to explore their options when it comes to Grayson because he's probably the most valuable trade chip that they have.
I happen to love this kid. You know, it's a lot of players in the history of Suns lore that I want people to know I'm researching stuff and I'm looking at my phone. I'm not ignoring Saul. I'm not doing that. Things pop into my head. I didn't send a text. Things pop into my head, and then I have to go get it. That's the way I am. I'm not going to sit up here and act like I know everything about basketball. Couch potatoes, okay? I do research. All right. Number 8's in Suns lore, right? So when I first spoke to Grayson Allen before the season.
Did you give him the approval to wear
I
number 8?
looked at him. I said, I said, hey, man, you wearing my number. And he looked at me. And I said, don't embarrass my number. I said, you known as a great shooter. I said, to me, that number is reserved for great shooters because I epitomize that. That's my number.
Okay.
And here's the number of guys that wore number 8. John McCullough, don't know who the hell he is. Rick Roby, I know who he was, but he was one of them big dudes, man, that, he wasn't no jump shooter.
Big dudes shouldn't be wearing single digits
Take
anyway.
my number off. Tim Kempton, same thing.
Ugh.
Tim, my boy, but don't be wearing my number, man. Treffin Ruffin, I don't even know who he is.
Ruff? Oh, wow.
Mario Bennett. I mean, he had a little skill. He couldn't shoot.
Yeah.
Pat Garrity was all right, but his body didn't look good in my number 8. I didn't like that. Oliver Miller. Hell no. Get number 48, number 50. You don't wear number 8. It's like Rick Mahorn one time was wearing Air Jordans. I looked at him doing the game. I'm like, are you kidding me? You wearing Air Jordans and you can't jump over a penny? Vinny Del Negro. Vinny, all right.
Vinny can shoot.
Vinny shoot the ball.
Yeah.
Vinny cool. Jalen Rose was at the end of his career. So
Yeah.
Jalen,
But at least the rep matched.
The rep match, but it was at the end of his career, so he couldn't accentuate it a little bit more. I had to call those games, but Jalen's my boy. DJ Strawberry, great name, but game wasn't all up to par. Channing Frye, now he epitomized number 8.
There you go. Notice it was a U of A guy. I mean, how is that?
Channing epitomized that. Told Channing. Channing made me proud. Gerald McNeil, never heard of him.
Nope.
Bryce Cotton, didn't hear him either, even though I called the game. Tyler Eulis, too little. I know, Devin, that's your boy. Too little. Man. No, too little. George King.
Yeah, that was a blip in the radar.
Frank Kaminsky. Frank was cool.
He was cool.
Frank was cool. He wore number 8.
That's Espo's boy, and he gets a little salty. We still actually have Frank Kaminsky on the back shelf.
Yeah, I like Frank. Terrence Ross. Now, I thought that was good. Man, until he couldn't make nothing.
No.
Like, Terrence Ross I was like.
Couldn't throw a rock in the ocean at the
Terrence?
end. Yeah.
Grayson, though. Hey, he epitomizes number 8, baby. Like, I am telling you, this dude flat out, he doesn't jump on his shot. I didn't jump. He's got that look about him. I had that look about me. He built. I was built. You know what I'm saying? Like, he epitomizes number 8.
I have nothing to say against this because you were a legit shooter. You're top 31, I think, of all time. Like, what am I going to say? It's not like I'm going to say anything.
He epitomized that.
And Grayson is fantastic.
Man, I love watching this kid play. I would be devastated.
I love
if he changed uniforms. I know teams would want him, and I know the Suns are trying to tweak and all of that. But, man, right now, this dude is a walking bucket. Man, he's shooting threes like layups. I mean, do you think the ball's not going in when he shoots now?
No. Every time he shoots, I think it's going in.
No, please don't. No, I would be devastated if that happened.
The great thing about Grayson Allen, and they say this about, like great scorers find different ways to score, right? Grayson Allen is a great three-point shooter in a variety of different ways. When he catches, sometimes he can come off the screen, catch and shoot. Sometimes he's set. And then there's different types of set shooting, right? Mm-hmm. It's knowing that the ball's coming and you got plenty of time, you can set up, spot up, shoot, right? Then there's the other one where he's already got his hands in position because he knows the defense is really close, but he knows he's got the shot. And so his arms are already in position. So he just catches it. And it almost looks like it just goes from straight to here. He doesn't have to load up or anything. It's just a nice, pure shot. And that's the thing that impressed me. I think in like game 2, he did this. And I was just like, wow, there's not a lot of guys in the NBA that understand that and can perform that at that high of a level.
You're right. And I'm glad you brought that up, Saul, because look, what I'm getting ready to say, I normally charge for it. It's free. But if you really feel good about it and you want to get the full gist of it.
It's that camera when it's one on you.
Right here?
Yeah, there you go.
I should know that, right?
Yeah.
Because I sit courtside.
There you go. Exactly.
I normally charge for this. All right? Normally. Why'd you take all this damn time to tell me? I don't know the camera setup here. You got 3 cameras pointing at me.
Nobody had to tell me, Eddie. I just knew. I looked at the camera. I was like, oh, it's coming from the side of my face. And I moved my head. Both cameras are on you because
the camera's there and the camera's there. You're just looking straight. Both cameras are on you, man. See? He knows.
See? I know.
He knows. I normally charge. But if you really want to get the full gist of it, Jump Shot 8 video, still on Amazon. I think it's about $10 now. It's been out for 15 years. Okay? He's a great seller. All right? Thousands of people have it. It's 90 minutes of me saying exactly and teaching what the great jump shooter himself, Saul Bookman, just said. All right? So you're right about Grayson. It's different levels of getting your shot off. It's all predicated on where the defender is.
Yep.
And how aggressive he's attacking you. Okay? So, for instance, if he's far off of you, then you have time to catch it. As I said on the telecast last week, I think it was a Portland game, I believe, you can see him turn the ball in his hands, and he's not looking. What is he turning the ball for? To get it in the groove.
Yep.
I love to have my fingers feel the groove.
Yep.
So I didn't even have to look Like, boom, boom. I just turn it because I knew. All right. So I knew I had time. All right. Because the defender was far away. Okay. I also knew that I had time if he comes out at me and he's worried about the drive and he's got his hands down. As the great Mark Jackson used to say on national telecast, and I miss him, hands down, man down. Okay. So you're watching that. All right. Now, if they're very aggressive and they're coming at you, but you want to get the shot off, you catch it here. And now you don't, normally you could catch it, right? And you bring it and you bring it up, right? So you're catching your shooting pocket and you go up and shoot it, right? Now you're going to catch it and you're just going to go. So now it's not going to be elongated. So you're not going to catch it and have it here because you know you have the time and then bring it up. What you're going to do now is you're going to try to catch it here and now just go right up, okay, and shoot the ball. So it's different levels of shooting, and he has all the levels. Like, this kid can flat out shoot the rock.
Yeah.
And if you run up on him, he'll balance it out and he'll drive you just enough to make you think and not attack him aggressively. This kid, I'm telling you, I would use him as a poster. Like, if I was doing a clinic, I would say, Grayson Allen, let me use you.
Yeah.
Because he has it. He has it, the form and everything. I wouldn't use Steph Curry. Does that offend people? I wouldn't use him.
No, I could see why you wouldn't use him.
He's not duplicated. He is a freak of nature.
Yeah.
That's why he's the greatest shooter ever. I don't think anybody can copy what he does. You know, the way he shoots is ridiculous. And the way his angles and how he grabs the ball and how he shoots it real fast. And sometimes he doesn't even follow through. He'll do this and it goes 30 feet. No. No. Stop emulating him. Emulate a guy like Grayson Allen. You'll get to the league and you'll have a chance to make a few dollars.
The most impressive thing about that, too, as you were explaining each different level, is that each different technique that he's using, there's a different amount of power coming from a different part of the body. Because when you load up, obviously you get your core into it a little bit more, you get your legs into it a little bit more. So when you shoot and release, you don't have to put as much pressure and strength out of your arms and your upper body to do it. When you're catching it right here, you know a majority of it is coming from your upper body. You get to use your legs a little bit, but you can't load up and shoot the way you normally would. And so
you're already loaded.
Yeah, you're already loaded.
You're already loaded because you know it.
So it's the different assessment of what you need to do at each different moment that makes him. That's what's so impressive about what he's doing. Is like people don't see that. They just think, oh, he's just a good shooter and he's hitting these threes. But there's levels to this.
Watch him, like couch potatoes and water boys. Stop watching basketball and only watch the ball. Stop watching basketball and only watch the ball. Watch off the ball. Watch Steph Curry off the ball. Then you'll really appreciate how great he is. Watch Grayson Allen off the ball. Watch Eric Gordon, how they just sit over there and they just load up. They'd be like this. Hands up, ready. Feet already set. One foot pointed toward the target, the other foot pointed toward the passer. So now when you catch it, boom, shots up. All that is the setup before you shoot the ball. And people don't watch that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, watch off the ball. You'll learn so much more about basketball.
Yeah, 1,000,000%.